Ahmed, I've seen your problem. Okay. So, who is able to calculate the midpoints? So, we're going to take 30 plus 39, that is 79, we divide by 2. That is the first midpoint for the first class, 30 to 39. We have the second 40 to 49, that is a 9 by 2. Then we have 50 plus 59, that's 109 divided by 2. So who is able to do that? Do we have midpoints? Guys, do we have midpoints? Guys, are we able to come up with midpoints? It's like some of us left and went long time ago. Daniel? Wambui, where is this 36.6 from? We are talking about 30 plus 39 divided by 2. We have 40 plus 49 divided by 2. 50 plus 59 divided by 2. Wambui, where is the 29.7 coming from? Come on. Okay, that's for the first class separating. So we have 40 plus 49 divided by 2. What's got the answer? Then 50 plus 59. 50 plus 59 divided by 2. And see an answer. 60 plus 69 divided by 2. Then we have 70 plus 79 divided by 2. Then we have 80 plus 89 divided by... Please take part in this discussion because during the exam you will be on your own. So at the moment, let us try to correct each other. So you can speak out your answer, we can follow up. Then 90 plus 99 divided by 2. 90 plus 99 divided by 2. Okay, thank you. So add another column to the right-hand side where you are going to have midpoint, multiply, or midpoint times frequency. Midpoint times frequency. Add another column where you are going to call it midpoint times frequency. In other books, you're going to find fx, or in other books, you're going to find fx, or sometimes fm. Do you have that column already? If you have that column already, or that row already, so what you do, for the first class, we found the midpoint to be 34.5, and the frequency is 2. So midpoint times frequency, we had f. The f we indicated that add 2, 3, 11 is the frequency. So in that first in the first class of 30 to 39, we have the midpoint as 34.5 and f as 2. So we multiply them. 2 times 34.5. What's got the answer? 2 times 34.5. So we have a 69. So let us have a 69. So for the second class, we have the frequency being 3. And our midpoint was 44.5. So we are going to multiply that. 3 times 44.5 3 times 44.5. What is the answer? So we indicate 133.5. So for the next class, we had the frequency as 11 and the midpoint as 54.5. Let us multiply that. 54.5 times 54.5 times 11. 54.5 times 11. So we have 599.5. Then we have the next, we have the frequency of 20 and the midpoint is 64.5. 20 times 64.5. 1290. Then we have 32 times 74.5. 32 times 74.5. 2384. Then we have 25 as the frequency and 84.5. What is the answer? $2112.5. And then the last one we have 7 and 94.5. 7 times 94.5. Please let us try to participate because it is good to do a participation. Don't be copying the answers. Participate. So we are talking about 661.5. So from our formula, we said that the mean given by FM, that is summation of FM, you divide by the number of observations. So when you're talking about the number of observations, we come at where we had our table below F. We had this. We are going to add 2 plus 3 plus 11 plus 20 plus 32 plus 25 plus 7 to give us the number of observations. So the number of observations is like the summation of F. What's got the answer? We're adding 2 plus 16 plus 20, that is 36, plus 2, that is 68, plus 32, that's 100. So the number of observations is 100. N is 100. So we note down that our N equals to 100. But on top here, we were saying summation of FM. So where we had the table, where we had midpoint times F, we had 69, we had 133.5, we had to hit 599.5, to it we had 1290, then to it we had 2384, then we had 2112.5, and then we had 661.5. So under the table where we indicated midpoint times frequency, we are going to add 69 plus 133.5 plus 599.5 plus 1290 plus 2384, 112.5 plus 600. What's the answer? Who is able to add up that side? There are some conflicting answers. Separating, let us go back and calculate with you. 69 plus 133.5 plus 1290 add up. We have 69 plus 133.5 plus 5 plus 90 plus 24 plus 21 112 plus 661.5. So it is 7250. So it is 7250. 2250. So because we are asked to find the mean, we are going to have the mean going to be given by 250 divided by the number of observations 100. Who has got there? 7250 divided 7250 divided 100. Divided by 100. So the answer is 72.5. Daniel. Boy child. Menda. Boy child. Washira. Who can spot these guys? And there's a guy here called Ernest. I've not seen you in any typings. Okay. What's happening? The text here. Dun, 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 dun. That's what I'm realizing. It's not me. Hello, can you get me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, thank you for that confirmation. So in cases that you are going to be given group data, that's how you go about it. I think we need to do this, but because of time, let us cover the median and the mode, so that from there we can have an activity, or we can see how we're going to go about more, because I didn't share it. So let us talk about positional averages. Positional position. Yeah, that's what I'm realizing, that my network is not good at all, but nimeamua kuipembeleza kama mtoto mdogo. Hope it's going to support me. So we have what we refer to as position averages. So when you talk about position averages, here we refer to as things such as the median. We are referring to the median and the mode. So I'm calling upon you guys. Let us start with number one. Let us look at the mode. And we can define the mode. We can define the mode as an observation. With the highest frequency. It is an observation with the highest frequency. It is an observation with the highest frequency. So for example, let us assume we have data of 6 people, and then we have the frequency, or we have such kind of data set for 6 individuals. We are talking about 15, 17, 18, 15, 14, and 12. When somebody is asking you, come up, what is the mode? And I put a mode. What's in the mode? Oscar, I can see you. What is it? I've not. Kimemia, what is 70 to 15? What does that mean? Okay, so the number with the highest frequency. So in other cases, you can be finding things such as the things we used to go about 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. So we are given the kind of data, the data set 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 56, 5, 5, 7, 5, 2. And then you are asked to find the mode. What's the mode? What is the mode from the data above? Okay, thank you for that confirmation. So, in sometimes you're going to be given the data like the one we have. Hope you can see my screen from your end. And if you can see my screen from your end, we have mark and frequency. So this is the kind of data for this level we'll be expecting, and then we are going to be asked to find the mode. So the first thing, in cases where you are given this kind of data, you realize that the data is not continuous. The data is 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. It is not continuous. 49 to 50 is not continuous. 59 to 60, it is not continuous. So when you are given such kind of data, you do what we call rearrange. I'm requesting you to note down the data again so that we can use it as an example for the mod. Please let us note down this data so that we can use it as an example for the mod. Are we together, guys? So let us have the same data again down, noted. I'm requesting you, and when you are done, just inform me. We have the mark 30 to 39. Please don't contest your work. Somebody is waiting and to indicate under what you are doing the mean. Let us indicate it afresh. So we have 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99. Then we have the frequency as 2, 3, 11, 20, 32, 25, and 7. Are we done? Are we together? Guys, what does silence mean? Daniel, I can see you are done. Where about the other 14? Okay, thank you if you are done. So, because we are doing something about the positional averages, now the difference between positional averages and mathematical averages comes at this point. So, when you are at that point, and you realize that the data is not continuous, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, you rearrange. And how do you rearrange? From the raw class limit, this is when the data is not continuous. If we assume it was 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 50, 60, we could not rearrange. But because it is 40 to 39, and we don't have 39 to another number, so we have to rearrange to make it through consistent. So for this case, we have 30 as the lower limit, 42 for the lower limit, 39 for the upper limit, 49 to the upper limit. So from the lower limit, you subtract 0.5. So I'm noting, those are points to note. From the lower limit, let me have it more clear. When the data is not continuous, we rearrange the classes. So from the lower limit, we subtract 0.5, and to the upper limit, we had 0.5. So this is what we do. So hope you have indicated another column where you have said rearrange. So from 30, we subtract 0.5. 30 minus 0.5, guys. 30 minus 0.5. So we have 30 minus 0.5. So the lower limit is going to be 29.5. Then to the upper limit, we have said you had plus 0.5. Wambui, what is 25.5? 30 minus 0.5. To the upper limit, now we have 39. In this case, we are adding a 0.5. So it's going to be 39.0.5. What is the answer? So we have to the upper limit we had. So to the upper limit we are adding 0.5. It becomes 39.5. Also we continue, we go to the next class, 40 minus 0.5. 40 minus 0.5. Guys, let us be faster. Somebody could be doing 49 plus 0.5. Somebody could be at 50 minus 0.5. Let us rearrange those classes. Don't be typing them. Then we are going to have 39.5. So this is what we are doing. To the upper limit is going to be 49 plus 0.5. Then the next class we have 50 minus 0.5. And the upper limit we have 59 plus 0.5. Let us begin. Hope you are done. Somebody's at, so we have 39.5 to 40.5, 49.5 to 59.5, 15.5 to 69.5, 69.5 to 79.5, 79.5 to 89.5, 89.5 to 99.5. Are we done? Are we at 99.5? Guys, let us be fast. It's running out. Yes. So the first thing is rearranging. After arranging, you know your frequency. You come to your frequency. We have 2, 3, 11, T, or 32, 25, and 7. So because we said the mode is in with the so 2, 3, 11, 2, 3, 11, 20, 32, 25, and 7, which is the largest frequency. Is the largest frequency the 2, 3, 11, 22, 25, and 7? This frequency. So I'm seeing this where we have 32 here. It was at the class of 70 to 79. Which we have regrouped to be 69.5 to 17.5. What should I say? Like the more iteration with the highest frequency. So here we have our frequencies as 2, 3, 20, 32, 25, and 7. The question that I posed was which is the highest frequency, of which is 32. So whereby we have the frequency of 32, let us round class. Let us put a circle around that. You can see how my cast, let us around that, let us circle it. Let us circle 69.5 to 79.5 and 32 included, and we call it our model class. We call it the model. Let us round 69.5 and 29.5 with the frequency of 32. We call it the model class. Cynthia, what is it? Cynthia, what you are typing is too big. I've been waiting for quite. So, guys, I'm saying, like, where we have realized that the highest frequency is 32. The highest frequency is 32. Then we have regrouped we have rearranged our classes. So we have a class that ranges from 69.5 to 79.5. That is going to be giving us our model class. That's what I said. Hope I'm clear. That is going to be our model class, where we have 69.5, 79.5. So I think everybody has the model class. So let me move forward so that I can show you how we go about the mod. Because we have identified our model class, I think the challenge is not going to be bigger anymore. Okay. Hope that I'm going to find the formula from this so that we can move together. Kimemia, what are you typing? You've been typing for the last 10 minutes. I don't know whether you are seeing this formula. Is it clear to your side? The mod is given by L. Can you see the formula? And what if then? If you can see the formula, it is indicated mod is given by L plus. The mod is given by L plus. Then we have a bracket. We are saying Fm minus F1 over Fm minus F1 plus Fm minus F2. We multiply H outside. Are we together? Also, I can give you another formula. Let us note down that formula. You may make this add for practice, for mathematical practice. You cannot find that.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Hello. Hello. Hope you can hear me now. I'm back. I'm sorry for any inconvenience. It was only about technical itch. Okay, so let us continue. Hope you have down the formula that the mod is given by L. The mod is given by L plus into bracket we have Fm minus F1 over Fm minus F1 plus Fm minus F2 into brackets H. Also, we said the mod can be given by another formula whereby we have, let me use the public chart given by L as into bracket, we can say we have Fm minus F1 minus F2 minus F2. Then we cross the bracket. Then we multiply H. And that the whole thing is divided by 2 Fm minus F1 minus F2. So this is another type of formula where we have L plus Fm minus F1 minus F2 times H over Fm, 2Fm minus F1 minus F2. So in that case, we can say L is the lower class limit of the model class. And we have Fm is the frequency of the model class. Hope you are taking down notes. Then we have F1 is the frequency of the preceding class. In most cases, we say, for ease understanding, is the frequency above the model class. Then we have F2 is the frequency of the successive in brackets the class below the model class. And then we talk about H is the class width, which is given by the upper limit. We subtract the lower limit. So what we do in our case, let us find the F, let us find the Fm, let us find the L, let us find the H, let us find the F1, and let us find the F2. So what we do, guys, are we together? Separating, Daniel, Ernest, Seragat, are we together? So what we do, we find our L. So from what we said, L is the frequency of the model, the lower class limit. L is the lower class limit of the model class. So our model class was 69.5 to 79.5. So L is going to be the lower limit. Which is the lower limit in that case? Guys, which is the lower limit? Which is the lower limit? Guys, which is the lower limit? Our model class is 69.5 to 79.5. So which is the lower limit? Which is the lower limit? Which is the lower limit? L is the lower class limit of the model class. And we rearranged our model classes. We rearranged our classes. We have a class of 29.5 to 39.5. We have 39.5 to 49.5, 49.5 to 59. So we are saying that we rearranged our classes. We have 29 to 39.5, 39.5 to 49.5. So when we looked at the frequency, the highest frequency was 32, and we said that is going to give us the model class. So when we add the model class, we don't use the whole classes, we use the classes that we have now. So we have the class of 69.5 to 79.5. So when we are talking about the lower class limit, in this case, we mean the lower class limit is 69.5. So our L is going to be 69.5. Are we together, guys? Our lower class limit is going to be 69.5. Then number 2, we talked about FM. FM here we mean the frequency of the model class. And the frequency of the model class, we just picked it to be 32. Then we have F1, which is the frequency of the preceding class, the class just above the model class. Ningapi? The frequency, Daniel? The frequency just above that of the model class, Ningapi? There's below and above. There's below and above. Who is this giving 10? There's below and above. Let me ask you guys, when you have 1, 2, 3, okay, here we have a challenge with English. Okay, for me I was told the frequency above ni ile iko juu yake. Na chini ni kwenda chini. When you are writing from top to the bottom, 25 is just below. And above it is 20. But that's about our understanding about English, and we cannot blame our English teachers. So the frequency above from my side is 20. The frequency above is 20 and the frequency below is 25. Guys, are we together? The frequency above is 20 and the frequency below is 25. What about English? I don't know. So F1 is going to be 20. And F2 is the frequency below. That's going to be 25. And the H, we don't use the old classes 70 to 79. We use the new classes. It's going to be 79.5 minus 69.5. H ni ngapi? What is the value of H? What is the value of H? The value of H is 10. So our mod is going to be given by, using the first formula we had, we are going to have 69.5, and we are going to add to bracket, we are going to have 32, we subtract 32, we subtract 20, and we multiply with 10, and we divide by, then we are dividing it by 32 minus 20 plus 32 minus 25. Also, we can use the formula mod is given by 69.5, and we are adding 32 minus, in that case we are subtracting 20, and we are multiplying 10 divided by 32 times 2, that is 68. So it is 32, we multiply 2, and we subtract 25, 20, and 25. So we have the two formulas, they are the same formulas. What is the answer from your side? Ana amepata jibu? Guys, what's found the answer? We have 69.5. We are adding, that is 12. 12 times 10, that's 120. Then we divide by 32 times 2, that is 68. 68 minus 25, that is 43. 43 minus 20, that is 23. And remember that, so we have 120 divided by 23, which is giving us 120 divided by 23, that is 5.22, I'm assuming. Then we have 69.5 plus that, it's going to be 74.72. Ernest, 70.13, no. Guys, I want to see your answers. I want to see your answers. Guys, I want to see your answers. We have 69.5 plus 120 that is divided. Guys, Daniel, what's your answer? Cynthia, Teragat, Washira. We are going to have an answer that is 69.5. Then we are adding a certain section. We are adding. Separating, I'm suspecting you took the lower limit to be something 70. We don't take it to be 70. It is 69.5 plus. When we are taking about 32 minus 20, that is 12. 12 times 10, that is 120. So we can have this in bracket. 120 divided by, what are we dividing? We have 32 minus 20, that is 12. And then we have 32 minus 25, that is 7. That is 64. So it is divided by 19. 120 divided by 19, I'm sorry. So it is 6. So we are going to have 69.5 subtract 6. Add. It's not subtract, it's add 6.3. 6.32, something like that. So it is going to give us 75.82. 75.82. 75.82. That is the answer. Are we together? I'm seeing a warning. We have only 10 minutes. So with the 10 minutes, let us talk about with the 10 minutes, let us talk about the median. Let us talk about the median. And then we can say, in simple terms, you can say the median is the central observation. The median is the central observation in a group of data. So for example, so the formula, when you are doing the median in normal cases, is given by, the median is given by n plus 1 n plus 1 divided by 2. That's how we find the median. So we assume, for example, we are trying to assume you have observations such as 1, 3, 5, 2, 6, and 8. So in simple terms, which is the median? Which is the median? Guys, which is the median? The first thing, you arrange these numbers in ascending order. You arrange these numbers in ascending order. You start from the smallest to the largest. When you are looking for the median, you start from the smallest. Start from the smallest to the largest. You start from the smallest to the largest. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, we have 5, we have 6, and we have 8. So we start by doing away. You do away with 1, or you can just count them. They are how many numbers? They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are 6 numbers. When they are 6 numbers, the median is given by n plus 1 divided by 2. In this case, it's going to be equal to 6 plus 1 divided by 2, which is in this case is going to be 7 divided by 2, which is going to be 3.5. When we are given the number is 3.5, it means that we have 2 observations at the center. So the 2 observations at the center are going to be 3 and 5. So we are going to add to get the median. It's going to be 3 plus 5, 3 plus 5. Then we divide by 2. We divide by 2. So in that case, we are going to have it's equals to 8. It's going to be 8 divided by 2, which is going to give us a 4. So our median is 4. Our median is 4. So when we have 2 observations at the center, we add them, then we divide by 2. However, the formula for finding the median, the formula for the median for group data is given as R. We are going to add n over 2 minus CF into bracket, you multiply H, then you divide by F. So this is when we have group data, whereby L is the lower class limit, N, the N we are talking about here is the number of observations, Then we have CF is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class, or it is the preceding cumulative frequency. Then we have F is the frequency of the median class. So let me take you back so that you can have the formula. I'm seeing my time is running out. Hope you can see the formula for the group data. Can you see the formula for the group data? It is given as L1 plus N over 2 minus CF over F. Then we multiply. I'm not seeing properly, but it is an I. the H or the I we are talking about here, the H or I we are talking about here is the cross width. Is the cross width. The H we are talking about or I is the cross width. Hope you can see the formula. So let us go back to the data we had before. The data we had before, whereby we had rearranged our classes. We had the class of 29.5 to 39.5, 39.5 to 49.5. Okay, guys, if it happens that we are going to run out of time, we are going to create another. Let me see first whether I can add time to what we have. Let me see whether I can be allowed to extend the time, because we have got a lot to cover. Let me see whether I can be allowed even some extra 10 minutes. That would be a yes. Yes. Okay. Hello. So I was saying, like in the cases whereby we are going to be given the data we had before, hope we can retrieve the data we had before. Guys, do you have the data we had before? Do we? Do you have the data we had before? Okay, I'm kind of saying, like, do we have the data we had before? So this is the data we had before. So we had rearranged. Because these are positional averages, you have to rearrange to make the classes to be continuous. If they are not continuous, so we have to rearrange them. We have the class of, now we change them. We had a 0.5 to the upper limit, and we subtract a 0.5 from the lower limit. So when we have 30, you subtract 0.5. Then do the upper limit 39 you had plus 0.5. 40 you subtract 0.5, 49 you had. So we are going to have the classes 29.5 to 39.5, 39.5 to 49.5, 49.5 to 59.5, 59.5 to 69.5, 69.5 to 79.5, 79.5 to 89.5, and 89.5 to 99.5. Then we have the frequency of 2, 3, 11, 20, 30, 32, 25, and 7. What we do now, we come up with the cumulative frequency. We had another column to the right hand side, we call it CF, or cumulative frequency. We had another column, we call it cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. We had another column, we call it cumulative frequency, or in other books, you're going to find a CF. So under the CF, for the first, we have a 2. Under the CF, we are going to have 2. For the first 29.5 to 39.5, we have a 2. Then for the second, we are going to have 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3, that is a 5 for 39.5 to 49.5. Then 49.5 to 59.5, we have 11. We are going to have 11 plus 5, which is going to give us a 16. Guys, are we together? I'm not seeing you participating. Let me confirm. You saying yes, no. Are we together? Cheragat, Washeke, Kimemia, Ernest, Cheragat, Kinywa. Daniel, why are we not together? Where are these other guys? Washeke, Kimemia, Ernest. Why are you lost, Ernest? Because I'm saying we have the cumulative frequency. We had another column, we call it cumulative frequency. So initially we had the frequency of 0. We assume above 2 it is a 0. So 0 plus 2 is going to give us a 2. Then now 2 plus 3 is going to give us, the cumulative frequency is going to be 5. Then the next we have 5 plus 11, which is going to give us 16. Then we have a 16 plus 20, it's going to give us 36. Then 36 plus 32 is going to give us a 68. 68 plus 25 is going to give us 93. 93 plus 7, it gives us 100. So we'll be having a cumulative frequency of 2, 5, 16, 36, 68, 93, 100. Are we together, guys? Guys, are we together? Do we have that cumulative frequency of 2, 5, 16? Do we have that cumulative frequency? If we have that cumulative frequency, to realize or to discover, now we are looking for our median class. We are looking for our median class. What we do, our median class is going to be given by n divided by 2. N divided by 2, and our n in this case equals to 100. 100 divided by 2. 100 divided by 2. So we are going to have 100 divided by 2, which is going to give us 50. So when we have our 50, what we normally do, we go to our cumulative frequency. We try to guess where our 50 can be. So our 50, it cannot be below 2, it cannot be below 5, it cannot be below 16, it cannot be below 36, but it is below 68. Are we together? It is below 68. So it is above 36, but below 68, using the cumulative frequency. So where we have the cumulative frequency of 68, we circle that place, we circle that entire class and call it the median class. We call it the median class. We call it the median class. We call it the median class. Where we have 68, we call that the median class. We call that the median class, where we have 68. So after discovering our median class is 69.5 to 79.5, we identify our L. Our L is the lower limit. So the lower limit for that case, what is the lower limit? Guys, what is the lower limit? So the lower limit is going to be 69.5. Then we have n over 2. N over 2, it's 100 divided by 2, which is already we know is 50. Then we have CF. We said it is the preceding cumulative frequency. So the preceding, it is the one that is just above. So we have the cumulative frequency above 68. Ningapi? Cheragat, 69.55. So the cumulative frequency above is 36, and F is the frequency of the median class. F is the frequency of the median class. What is the frequency of the median class? What is the frequency of the median class? What is the frequency of the median class? The frequency of the median class is 32. So we have the values. So we are going to find our median. Our median is going to be given by, in that case, it's going to be 69.5. And we are going to add into brackets, we have 50, subtract 36, then we multiply. H is going to be 79.5 minus 69.5. Hope we did that before, and I think you know the answer is 10. Then that one, we are going to divide the entire thing by 32. Ana amepata jibu? Who has got the answer? Ana amepata jibu? Ana amepata jibu? Who has got the answer? So we have the answer to be 73.88. Okay, because time is not on our side, and that is what we are required to go through. We are supposed to understand what is the median, the mode, as well as the mean. So I'm requesting you guys, there's a video that I shared with you. During your free time, go through the video, try to understand it. At the same time, I've shared notes. I've shared some notes of the topic. I've shared a link that you can find outside. So I'm requesting you guys during your free time, what I need you to go through, they are what we call percentiles, and quartiles. Percentiles and quartiles. Percentiles and quartiles. I'm requesting you guys to go through percentiles and quartiles so that you can understand deeper about the median, because they are kind of related. From the median, you go through the percentiles and the quartiles so that during our next class, we don't find a challenge. Anybody with a question? Who has got a question? If there is no question, okay, Kinyo. Our median class is normally given by n/2. n/2, we divide the total observation with 2 to realize a certain value. After you have realized that value, you go to the cumulative frequency side. You try to figure out where that value can be. So for our case, it was 50. It was 50. When we realized it was 50, we just looked. 50 is above 2, 50 is above 5, 50 is above 16, 50 is above 68, but it is below 68. So if it's below 68, it is between 36 and 68. And where does that class lie? It is going to be lying between 69.5 and 79.5. So that's how we went about it, Kinyo. Are we together? So because I'm realizing that the extra 20 minutes I'm requested for, I have 6 minutes to do this. So I call upon you guys. Number one, go through percentiles and quartiles. I'm going to add that as an activity that I'm requesting you to read about percentiles and quartiles. Also, I'm going to put some practical questions, the way you can be challenged to about the mean. Also, there are many notes across that topic. Please go through them so that we don't find a challenge when we come through. Okay, take this opportunity to thank you for making up your time. I know it is on holiday. Happy Madaraka Day, guys. Continue enjoying the holiday, but stay safe. And those who have exams from next week, I wish you all the best, because it is the best I can wish you at this time. Don't just read or cram for the exam, just understand, because I know the papers are going to be technical, because we will not be with you. So just read to understand. Don't read to cram. So I wish you all the best. Let us meet probably not next week, the week after next week, because next week I think it will be exam week. So all the best. Thank you for your time. I appreciate. Thank you, guys.